All right, what is up, everybody? It's Drew, and we are doing a quick recap of Cincinnati Kombat Classic for 2024. It was a eventful time, lots of good competition, seen some faces that we hadn't seen in a couple years, and it was really nice just to have everybody back. It was great to have some new faces, great to have some good competition. And we're just going to quickly go through the results and give some shout outs while we're at it. So we had, let me go ahead and do the full results. And we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. And you see, you'll firstly see a couple of players here. Shane's 1 and Shane's 2. Shane's 1 and Shane's 2 are my buddy Shane's boys. They did not have tags to go on with the first go around. They actually simply decided that they were only going to play in the 2v2 tournament. So they actually just took losses straight to the losers bracket, and then from the losers bracket to out of the tournament. But we have, starting at the bottom and working up, Shane's 2, Meridian, Draconian, Biggs, Truku, Shane's 1, Coosbane, also known as Turd Baby. I prefer Coosbane myself. He likes Turd Baby, but, next year I guess we'll call him Turd Baby because that's what he prefers. Deep, also known as X-Pac All Day. The Shapeshifter, Psh, or Miss Spin, or Katie, or whatever you want to. There's another word in there, something unit. I'm not allowed to say that. McLovin's, GSP 1175. And so that takes us to top 8, which was Y7779311. Surprised to see him there, but a pleasant surprise. We'll talk about that too. Demonicrus making his first appearance back since 2019. Myself, Ted Drusas, coming in 5th place, tie with Dubson. 4th place, DDY08, a former champion, a 2-time former champion. Cienfuegos, Blackblade, and Detroit Ballin. So I want to make some shout-outs here. Shout-outs to Blackblade, actually, who came up. It was his first time here, who came in second in all 3 of the UMK3-based events. So Blackblade and Psh finished second in teams to Detroit Ballin and Biggs. Blackblade, of course, finished second in the UMK3 1v1 main event, and as well as he finished second place in MK Trilogy. So that was pretty cool to see. Y7779311. Everybody has their thing. Some people like rage quitting, some people like menu combat, and the nice thing was it wasn't like that in real life. He's a really cool dude. It was nice to meet him. It was great to get to talk to him a little bit, and offline he's just as potent of a combatant as he is online. It was great to see, as well as get to spend a little time with Blackblade. Same thing with Detroit Ballin. It was Detroit Ballin's first time at CKK, and he solidified all of the hype that was surrounding him, and pretty much put everybody to rest as far as if he was actually good, if him being a keyboard player equated to something else online, which it didn't, because he mopped us online just the way he does offline, or mopped us offline just the way he does online. So shout out to Detroit Ballin. So let's go over and look at the next event, which was 2v2 teams. 2v2 teams. We had 20 for this event. And so 20 players, 10 teams. We had Shapeshifter and myself and Draconian, Truku and Kuzbane, the Minty Boys, which in the previous tournament were Shane's 1 and Shane's 2, McLovins and Demonicris, GSP and Deep, Sinfuegos and Y, Dubson and DDY, and as I mentioned before, Black Blade and Psh, as well as Detroit Ballin and Biggs. The cool thing about the 2v2 event, it was the Minty Boys' first time playing in a classic Mortal Kombat competition. And of course, it being their first time, they weren't really knowledgeable about the game. But what was really cool was they did well for themselves. Just, they went 0-2, but they still did well for themselves, as well as a supporting cast around them. It was really cool to watch these guys who are still competitors also kind of show their humane side, showing them the ropes as they were competing. And that was really cool to watch. So shout out to those guys, and shout out to the guys who played Minty Boys on stream. That was greatly appreciated, guys. And let's go to Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, about half of these matches were played offline. And in fact, the tournament still hasn't ended. Guys, they're still playing over there. No, I'm kidding. We'll look at the final results here. This was another one where we had a fair amount of players. So McLovins, Meridia, Demonicris, Draconian, DDY, Kuzbane, myself, Dubson, Truku, Sinfuegos, Y777. And then in third place was Biggs, Black Blade in second place, and of course the winner, Detroit Ballin. But what was really cool about this one was we got to see Black Blade reset the bracket. And I wish in this case we had player cams, because it was something really neat to see, watching how Black Blade was working over that controller as they were playing. He was able to pull stuff off that most of us can only dream of doing with an N64 controller. Not the best arcade stick out there, but still did a great job with it. So shout outs to Black Blade on that. And of course, Detroit Ballin going in and once again solidifying he's the real thing. He actually had a keyboard that was hooked up, basically the guts of a N64 controller wired up to a keyboard that he was able to use. So that was pretty sweet. And then we had, of course, let's do it this way, MK2, MK1, MK9, also known as MK0 somehow, and MK4. So let's start with MK2. That was the first event of the day. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 4 results. Wait a minute. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we had 10. We had 10 for MK2. Kuzbane, Hugo Stiglitz, Scotty Mines, Cienfuegos, Druzas, DDY, Truku, Y, McLovins, and Dubson. Shoutouts to Dubson for the MK2 win. Some really good matches. McLovins had a long way to go. He played more matches than anybody else. Shout out to Cienfuegos, who was his first time playing in a high-level MK2 tournament. He finished 7th place, but he enjoyed it. He actually wants to get into MK2 more, and he played really well. So shout outs to them. Shout outs to Scotty Mines, who's a local guy, as well as Hugo Stiglitz, who traveled down from Cleveland to play in MK2 and MK1. So good deal there. MK1. Oh, had to end the tournament here too. Oops. This was another one. So this was done in a round robin because we only had 7 guys, so we just did a round robin. Kuzbane, Scotty Mines, Druzas, DDY, McLovins, Dubson, and Truku. Shout out to Truku for the win. 6-0. Did not lose a set to anybody. So big shout out to Truku there, and Dubson, who I believe the only person that beat him was Truku. So that was another really good set of matches. We got to capture directly from the hardware, which was awesome. And I hope to do something very similar, if not the same thing, next year. MK9. It was a 5-person round robin. Biggs in first, Detroit Ballin in second, Demonocris in third, Dubson, and Cienfuegos. I did not get to see a lot of the MK9 tournament. I was kind of working on wrapping things up. It was really well run. Shout outs to GSP for doing a lot of the commentary and keeping the bracket going during that. Appreciate that. It was cool to see the newest of the classics, I suppose, being played. So we had a small turnout, but it was still a good turnout. Mortal Kombat 4. We had 3 guys, and it was first place was Biggs, second place was Detroit Ball, and third place was DDY. So shout outs to them for representing MK4. There wasn't a lot to it. I will get the footage uploaded for those 3 matches. It was fun to watch, and I look forward to getting it uploaded for you guys. So CKK 2024 was a great time, and I appreciate everybody that came out. I appreciate everybody that supported it. We had some support come in during the stream as well, so shout outs to the guys that contributed. If you check out the sponsor shout outs during the streams throughout the tournament, you'll see those guys' names mentioned in there as well. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it, and thanks for supporting CKK.